Spoiler alert, the Suicide Squad game is terrible, and you know it. Ooh, Charlie! Welcome to the channel, everybody. It's your host that knows the most, J.A.B. aka just another bro. I'm back with a video today, and today of all days, we're gonna be doing a chit chat video. You know, just a little chit chat video. Well, not a little one. This may be long. This may be short. It depends. I do not know. What we're gonna see. We're gonna be talking about the very controversial Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and this is gonna be like my review of the game, since I think it comes out tomorrow at the time of shooting this video. Yeah, it comes out tomorrow at the time of shooting this video, but everybody who's pre-ordered it has gotten the early access, whatever. Before we start, I do want to say I have not played the game.
Are you serious?
But that does not negate me from saying what I have to say about this game, because I don't need to play it to express how I feel about it. So you can sit back, relax, and if you like what you see by the end of the video or by the first minute of the video, please be sure to give me a subscribe. And like I always say, enough chit chat. Well, not even enough chit chat, because we'll be doing more, but let's get it. Okay, I got a little chilly in my room, so I have to continue. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna go down 6 points I have here in my notes about the game that I want to discuss. And yes, gameplay is one of them. I don't want to hear it. We're gonna go down to 6 points that I feel about the game, and then I'm gonna elaborate how I feel about it, and obviously I'm gonna do my conclusion by the end. So first we're gonna talk about is the story. Yep, the story. And by now everybody and their mama should know the story, unless you've been living under a rock. The story has been one of the most, I guess, controversial stories in recent times. Point by point, why I think this story is just completely trash. Okay, and yes, that's what I have to say. The story is garbage.
The trash!
Point blank, period. The writing in this game is one of the most laughable writing I've ever seen since Spider-Man 2. You know, this game makes Spider-Man 2 look like a Gotti, even though we all know what the writing of that game was not. But this game, this story, feels like they didn't even bother to take a look or even play through the first 3 games, because there are a lot of beats in this story where, one, it contradicts the continuity of the Arkhamverse. 2, there's an insane amount of plot armor. 3, there are decisions that they make in the game that just don't make sense, no matter what you put to it, and I'm gonna elaborate on that. So, in the beginning of the game, you go out. Argus is going to go pick up the Suicide Squad in Arkham. They have to pick up Deadshot, Harley Quinn, and Boomerang. First of all, don't know how Boomerang got in there. They don't explain it. They don't say anything about it. Second of all, Arkham Asylum was run down. It was a condemned building. It was, by the end of Arkham Knight, it was just an abandoned place that Scarecrow had used to pump his fear toxin. So why all of a sudden they're back up and running again? When did that happen? They condemned that place, so that didn't make any sense. You know, I don't know how long this takes place. I don't remember them specifically saying how long this takes place, but the whole point was because they didn't want to have Arkham again because of what happened with the Joker. So why would they reopen it? I guess, whatever. So then they pick up the squad, and you know, they do the whole spiel about this is the squad, this is where they're at, blah blah blah, this is who they are. And you would think that doing the classic injection of the nanites to put the bombs in their head, but they didn't. Instead, they decided to do a thing where they're all fighting to put the nanite injections in each other. But if that's the case, wouldn't you just as soon as I inject it, bam, blow you up. That didn't make any sense. I don't know why they decided to do that. Just do the classic way. I don't know what was they trying to be funny, I guess, because they do like about almost a 5 to 10 minute like slow motion shot where they're all frozen, but they're all showing that they beat up each other. I guess, whatever. So everybody knows the whole purpose of the game is to kill the Justice League. What's also what doesn't make any sense is they really don't explain how the Justice League got to where they got to. You know, they do in like audio logs later, you find out, but even when listening to the audio logs, it doesn't make any sense because Brainiac's invading. I know I'm all over the place, but this is just me going.
Okay.
Brainiac is like hovering above Earth, and instead of them being like, who is that? Like, let's get a plan. He may be a threat. Superman of all people is so naive. The fact that he just like, we should trust him, okay? We should just go in there and say hi. Which is like, when did Superman become so naive? And it was to the point where they're all written just dumb. How they got caught. They all basically go into his ship without a plan, and they all get their asses kicked and mind controlled. Except for Wonder Woman. They didn't even explain how Wonder Woman escaped, to be honest. Or Wonder Woman or the Flash. Because in the audio log, they just all of a sudden, like, in Metropolis. And they were all supposed to go. So I don't know how that happened. Again, there's not enough explaining of where we are now. You know? It just doesn't make any sense. So when you first encounter one of the Justice League members, Green Lantern, he captures you. He goes around and tells you about, this is what we're doing, this is what's gonna happen, blah blah blah. Gives you a whole monologue about what he's gonna do. Don't know why he's telling them, don't know why he's even bothering with telling them, but whatever. Just overall, the story just there's a lot of beats that don't make any sense. That's just completely just dumb. Even with the whole Deadshot thing, they don't really explain. They just say like, oh well, he's an imposter. What? So he's been an imposter for these many years? Batman, the world's greatest detective, can't tell the difference which Floyd Lawton is the real Floyd Lawton? I guess. And Floyd has this weird beef with Green Lantern. It's just the story's all over the place. Just like this review. The story's all over the place, and it just doesn't make any sense. The Squad themselves has so much plot armor of what's happening that it just doesn't, just stupid. So the story overall, it's just there to the point where the story in the end didn't even end. It continues. Well, it makes sense because it's a live service game, so whatever. But now I'm gonna do beat by beat with each character. We're gonna start with Amanda Waller. And my problem with Amanda Waller is she's written to be all bark and no bite. Before you say anything, I know she had that one scene where she was like, oh, I'm your daddy, you guys ain't shit, blah, blah, blah. But that's all she really had. In all honesty, the Squad really doesn't take her seriously. They don't. They really don't. You know how many times where she's threatened to kill them, but they just be like, whatever. There is a literal scene where the Squad have to take her inside a building. But meanwhile, Superman and Wonder Woman are fighting in front of the Squad, and they're looking at disbelief. Don't know why. And she's telling them,
hey, get over here. Help me. I just need only one of you. I'll just kill the rest of the other three.
So she's threatened to kill the other three, but they're just not listening to her. They're just ignoring the shit out of it. They're just like, whatever. It's like, shut up, lady. Can't you see we're trying to watch this fight? And she's like that throughout the whole game. She's all bark and no bite. Nobody really takes her seriously. Even when they find out what she's planning to do, they're like, oh well. Nobody in this game takes her seriously. So she was written to be all bark and no bite. That's essentially what she was. Get the fuck out of here. She's trash.
Boom, roasted.
Next person I'm gonna go to is Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is in this game, and he has like a significant role in the game. But the crazy thing is, the Arkhamverse Lex Luthor that's in the battle suit gets snatched up by Flash, right? When you meet him in the game, he gets snatched up by Flash, and when he gets snatched up by Flash, he's interrogating Luthor and everything. The Squad eventually saves him Flash then kills this Lex Luthor. After he kills this Lex Luthor, you're like, okay, that's it. There's no Lex Luthor there's no Lex in the game. But they make a stupid decision where the squad then meets a multiverse version of Lex Luthor from Earth 2 and brings him into the main Arkhamverse. And now, throughout that whole sequence, he's your backup. He's what the Lex that was there in the beginning, Earth 1 Lex, would have been. So I'm just thinking, what the fuck was the whole point of killing him? If the point of you killing him was to show that the multiverse exists, that's stupid. You could have done it a plethora of other ways. Why do you have to kill Earth 1 Lex just to bring in Earth 2 Lex and keep him there? What? To the point where Earth 2 Lex has the classic, you know, the beard, the red hair, the long hair, and eventually down the line in the game, he goes bald, which is like, then why kill him? What was the point of killing him if you're just gonna bring him back? That didn't make any sense. So that was stupid. Next, I'm gonna go to Rick Flag. He's just there. He's just there. He doesn't really do anything. He's just there. He's there for, like, I guess, moral support. But he's just there. It's nothing to really say about him. He's just there.
Wow.
Next, I'm gonna go to the squad themselves. Oh boy, the squad themselves are just fucking terrible. They are so unlikable, so irritating. It was just, they came off as so stupid and incompetent that you just wonder, like, holy shit, the only way you're winning is just plot armor. That's it. It's the only way you could possibly be winning. The character I hated the most was Deadshot, mainly because he tried to act like this macho cool guy, and his lines were so corny and cringe. I remember when they met Wonder Woman, he comes out of nowhere, he goes, shit.
It's a thing. I bought my daughter a Wonder Woman t-shirt last week.
What does that mean? What does that mean? You don't know? I don't know either. What the fuck is that supposed to be intimidating? I don't get it. There was a lot of lines that he said that came off corny. Like, it came off cringe, even though I hate using that word. It came off cringe. He tried to act like this cool guy, and he had beef with Green Lantern. They explained it like Green Lantern just put him in jail, and now he has beef with him. Okay, that's alright. Like, he has real beef with Green Lantern. He literally, anytime he sees Green Lantern, he wants to kill him. And even his final line, when he kills Green Lantern, he's like, didn't you hear? Shoots him. Got off on good behavior. Shut the fuck. That came off so corny, so cringe. I was like, bro, somebody get this fucking dude off the screen. This dude is garbage.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Oh my god. That shot was terrible. I didn't understand his whole motivation. They try to get us to care about him and his daughter, but who gives a shit, you know? Like, this isn't the Floyd we knew, so why the hell should I care about this Floyd? And then his daughter, like, the fuck should I care about your daughter for? I don't give a shit about you. What the fuck, why would you try to... They're trying to sympathize him, but in a game where you don't sympathize with the characters you're killing. So why would I sympathize with him? You know what I'm saying? That was dumb. Next is King Shark. He just came off like an idiot. He came off like an idiot, like an illiterate idiot, and his lines were like, they try to come off funny, but they're not funny. Nothing he said was funny. There was nothing in his dialogue was funny. When Gizmo tries to give him the Batmobile and he tells him about it, he goes something about a monkey's uncle. So it's supposed to be like an expression, and he goes,
I do not have an uncle. Or do we get each to sign an uncle?
Like, they tried to put the humor of James Gunn's Suicide Squad, but they just did it terribly. It came off wrong. They didn't write it where it hit. They wrote it off as a one-liner, as a cheesy one-liner. Almost like how, you know how people nowadays hate, you know, or even back then hated the MCU type humor, like something serious will happen and then somebody has to say something witty or funny in order to like break the tension or whatever, or to get a laugh. That's basically how he was. And it's basically how the game was throughout the entire, basically how the story was throughout the entire game. There was nothing great about him. You know, he had this one scene where he put on Green Lantern's power ring. Now, I don't know about you if you know this, but you can't do that. Again, I don't know if these writers know anything, but do they not know you cannot do that? Soon as the Green Lantern dies, the ring leaves and finds a new host, new wielder. You can't just take it off his ring, take it off his finger, put it on, and then they try to do this corny ass. He recites the line of the Green Lantern Corps and does this corny ass. He gives a shark to destroy the shield of Brainiac. Okay. Again, I don't know who wrote this, but they clearly didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Next is Captain Boomerang. Captain Boomerang, this doesn't really say about him. You know, he came off like the way he was. If anything, he was the most charming. I kind of liked him the most. I'm not gonna say that. I hated him the least. Because there was really nothing I could really say. I didn't understand why he hated Barry so much. Usually in the continuity, Flash's Rogues Gallery don't really hate him. They just tolerate. They're just like, he's just an annoyance. They didn't really explain why he hates him so much. But the most biggest scene he has is when he is gonna piss on Flash's corpse, that was weird. And everybody was saluting him and saying, damn, you got yourself a slong, which was
Gay!
Who thought that was funny? What? Who? Can you tell me who? Who thought that was funny? That was just like, what? And now we're gonna go with Harley Quinn. I'm just gonna say it, she is so fucking irritating. She's the most irritating, annoying character in this entire game. She was more irritating than anything. Now hearing her throughout an entire dialogue, entire story over almost 3 hours, over 3 hours just listening to her. Holy shit! No wonder fucking Joker beat her ass. Holy shit! Now, I'm not condoning domestic violence, but I can see why Joker, slapped her here and there. Because, man, she is so irritating. Her whole character was a horny whore. That's it. That's it. Like, now I'm not saying the Arkhamverse Harley beforehand had any good character development, I guess. She just came off annoying. She really did. She came off irritating. Her lines were terrible. There's nothing really redeeming about Harley. She tried to make it seem like she didn't care about the Joker anymore, but she does at the same time. I don't know. Her character was all over the place and just completely just irritating. So overall, the Suicide Squad characters they didn't come off as charismatic. They didn't come off as charming. They didn't come off as funny. They came off as just an irritating, annoying group that just happened to be together, and they try to force this whole, well, we're one, we're a team, this whole family dynamic with them a little bit, and it was like, shut the fuck up. No one gives a shit. You're not funny. You're not cute. Nothing about them was anything to write home about. So they were trash. Now let's go to the Justice League members. And might I say, the Justice League members, for evil versions of them, golly, they are the most incompetent, dumb, fucking evil versions I've ever seen in my life. Holy shit. So let's start out with Green Lantern, since he's the first one we meet up. Green Lantern first encounters the Squad. He cuffs them, like I said. He puts them in restraints, and he tells them that, hey, we're gonna kill the planet, and we're gonna destroy the entire planet. Okay, that's understandable, and the means to do so is to kill everybody there. So why is it, instead of killing the Squad, you've established you can grab the Squad without them realizing that it's you, so why didn't you just kill them? And that's how it goes throughout the entire game. Now, the way the Squad kills him, okay, that could be believable because the Squad eventually finds out that there's a contingency plan with the Yellow Lantern ring. Now, we all know yellow is their weakness. Okay, that's kind of passable. Will these four know what the fuck to do with it? Not really, but whatever. They did get Toy Man and Gizmo to help, but like I said, would they really know what to do with it? Not really. His design's cool. Then the Flash. Now we have the Flash. You meet the Flash later. So when he takes Lex Luthor, you didn't have to save him. So when I told you he took Lex Luthor's heart out, the rest of the squad was there just standing, right? They were just standing. So I don't understand why he didn't just kill the rest of them within the blink of an eye. That doesn't, like, you're fast enough. So they challenge him and say, you ain't shit, basically. He goes, you want to see how really fast I could get? Gets all fucking charged up, runs around them. Why? 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 Buddy, you could just easily just over with all of them. But you didn't. You didn't. And I don't understand why. But they stopped Flash by doing an anti-Speed Force ray or whatever, or gauntlet, whatever the fuck they have. And that's the way they stopped the Flash. I guess it's just a MacGuffin that they use that Lex Luthor so happens to have. And they so happen to have the Earth 2 Lex Luthor rebuild it and make it stronger so they can kill the Flash. That's how Flash dies. Wonder Woman, she never becomes evil in this game. But when you first encounter, this is how stupid the writers tend to contradict themselves. So when you first encounter Wonder Woman, the entire squad wants to take her out. Wonder Woman one-shots every single one of them like it's nothing. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Throws King Shark. Boom. Fucking throws her sword, the Deadshot's gauntlet. Boom, got him done. Fucking grab Harley with the lasso. Threw her away. Boom, that's done. Grab fucking Captain Boomerang. Got him. Over with. Incapacitated them all in one fell swoop. So you're telling me Wonder Woman could do that, but evil versions of the rest of the Justice League can't?
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Make that make sense. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Are you typing? Are you typing down the comments? Because I want you to make that make sense. And don't give me this whole spiel as, well, what do you want? You just want to play the game for 10 minutes and then that's it? No, I want you to create a way where it's actually believable that these four can actually do that. I want you to write a way where I, as the player, I as the consumer or anything else, the consumer, the player can believe that this is possible. Don't just do it just cause. Don't just like make it up as you go along. Come on now. What the fuck? Like, what are we talking about here? What are we really talking about here? Anyway, so when Wonder Woman shows up, she shows up whooping their ass. But her dialogue when she talks, when Amanda Waller walks in, it kind of sounds like they know each other and they work together about this, but not really, because she's going out on her own. Every time the squad met Wonder Woman, every time they met up, it was always the squad telling her, you gotta kill your pals, you gotta get over it. Listen, either kill your pals or get the fuck out of our way. And she was always just telling them to fuck off. Now, Wonder Woman's final sacrifice with her fight with Superman, all of a sudden the squad just wants to help her. They want to be like, she's on our side. What? You want to kill her friends? Why would she be on your side? You literally told her to fuck off. Like, again, the writing in this doesn't make any sense. The whole scene where they were watching Superman and her fight, the Suicide Squad look so concerned for her, which I was like, but in the game, the squad established they don't give a shit about superheroes. They're like, fuck superheroes. And you can't tell me they gained enough of a relationship with her when they've only fucking interacted only a couple of times. And even when they did, they will tell them to fuck off. It's always a confrontation between them. So when did they start growing a heart like the Grinch and telling them, and them being like, oh man, we feel bad for her, we should help her? What? If anything, they should have looked at it like, well, two superheroes killing each other, let's just get the hell out of here. But instead, they're like,
Hey, she's with us.
get the fuck out of here, bro. What? Come on, man. Come on. You can't be serious with that shit. You can't be serious. With that fight of Superman and Wonder Woman, Superman gets the upper hand and eventually kills Wonder Woman. Even after plunging a kryptonite, like, not a blade, but a kryptonite chunk of rock into his heart or into his chest. He overpowers it, kills Wonder Woman. Flies away, go to Brainiac's ship to go heal. The squad then go to Wonder Woman and be like, damn, you had a sacrifice. Thank you for sacrificing. Like, they're just trying to comfort her. And I'm like, you have established you do not give a shit about superheroes. That's why it's a pleasure to you. You just killed Green Lantern and the Flash. Now all of a sudden you give a shit if Wonder Woman dies? What? And it's not because, oh, well, they did it. They killed them because they were evil. No, they were just like, whatever. They were more than happy to kill the League, which means they don't give a shit about these damn superheroes. So all of a sudden, why they care about Wonder Woman? Like, make that make sense. It just doesn't. It honestly does not. It honestly does not. Their motives are all over the place. I don't get what they want. I don't get it. And even with that scene, they couldn't even take it serious. Because they then implement another, trying to implement another corny ass joke. Again, not taking it serious. So why would I take it serious? Come on, bro. Come on. After Wonder Woman, next up is Superman. Don't worry. We're going to get to Batman soon. Because I have a lot to say about Batman. But we get to Superman. Now in the audio logs, it was Superman's idea to go to Brainiac's ship and offer him diplomacy, whatever the fuck. And obviously makes him the most naive version of Superman I've ever seen. Yeah, Superman's naive, but he's not to the point where he's just stupid. Because his naivete was on the brink of just being stupid. Without a plan or anything? Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Your whole purpose is to protect Earth, but you're just like, you know what? Let's go see what's up with him. I'm an alien. And the whole thing was like, with Superman, they wrote him and said, well, we have to give all aliens a chance. Look, I'm an alien. And I know how it is to be in this foreign world. Dude, that's different. What? You landed here. This guy's like... Who wrote this? So anyway, in order for you to kill Superman, Superman's obviously one of the second to last bosses. So Superman, you kill Superman with the golden kryptonite. Somehow, some way, Lex creates golden kryptonite because Wonder Woman had a kryptonite shield. It broke off. They took the piece of the kryptonite and gave it to Lex to implement and create gold kryptonite. And if you didn't know, gold kryptonite doesn't only give Superman's weakness, but it nullifies his powers. You know, just not permanently, but if he's exposed enough and hit with it enough, it can be permanently. But instead, like creating a sword or whatever, they all just tape it to themselves, which is like, what? I guess. And there's really not much to say about Superman. He obviously did nothing. He had about, I would say, throughout the story, about like what, a handful of lines. You kill him with the golden kryptonite by just shooting him down, and instead of him rushing down and beating them all with one punch, he can't. Which is kind of crazy because if you know Superman, you know he's overcome his weaknesses, whether it be magic or any type of kryptonite. He's overcome them. But I guess in this version, he hasn't. And it's not like they're using a big gun it's not like they're using a kryptonite ray, a gold kryptonite ray where it's like, you know, gets them. Instead, they just tape it around them and just beat them. So that's the only thing I can say about Superman. He obviously was only in the damn game for about like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, the max, I think. So say about Superman, he was stupid. He was just stupid. Stupid. Now we go on to the big boss, the big guy himself. The reason this is all happening, Brainiac.
What is that?
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Brainiac, first of all, his design, garbage. I'm just gonna say it, garbage. The best design Brainiac's ever had was Injustice 2. I think that's the best design Brainiac's ever had. Now this Brainiac has apparently taken over the multiverse. I don't know how far that extends to, because the multiverse could mean like I don't know if he took over the entire multiverse or took over the multiverse, meaning like took over like a couple Earths. I don't know what that means. They really don't go explicitly into it. But they say Brainiac's obviously very powerful in this game. He's gotten the upper hand of the squad. He's taken the squad into his ship. And instead of killing them, he decides to offer them something and then lets them go. Don't know why when they just kill your Justice League and they're obviously trying to thwart your plans, and even if they didn't do all that, the whole point of Brainiac being there is to wipe every single person on Earth out. That's exactly what the Flash says. He says that the whole goal, Brainiac's whole goal, is to wipe every single man, woman, child off the face of the Earth to make the new Kolu. But he doesn't. Instead, he offers them something, and they eventually get brought back, teleported away. So this Brainiac is obviously fucking incompetent, because he's just go ahead and let the people that's actually ruining his plans go free. At least that's what I remember. Unless someone teleported them in, don't really remember, don't really give a shit. But another problem I have with Brainiac is, did anybody else notice that I think Metropolis was the only place that he took over? It was the only place he took over. It was the only place he took over, because it's not like the world wasn't being invaded, because if that was the case, there would only be one Justice League member in Metropolis. Why is all of them here? You already wiped out everybody in this damn city. Why are you not moving on? And to further prove my point is, when you head to Arkham Asylum, it looks like Gotham's fine. Nothing's wrong with Gotham. Nothing happened to Gotham. Doesn't look like it's getting invaded or nothing. So either Metropolis is super hard to take over, or this man just, like, if you will ask him, you'll probably be like, hey Brainiac, how many, so you're supposed to take over the Earth, right? So what's the percentage of the Earth you got?
Well, I only have Metropolis, and that's it. And a couple of cities next to Metropolis.
So you're telling me you only got like, what, 0.1% of the Earth? You do realize how big the Earth is, right?
Well, there are a lot of people here, so I need to take them out, you know?
Dude, you have the Justice League. You did your plan. You're done. When you gonna take over? You're just sitting on your hands.
You know what? Just let me do me. Damn. God. What if I only wanted to take over this place? You don't know me. I'm from Kolu, bitch.
This guy's an idiot. So Brainiac didn't just... I don't get it. If his whole plan was to make a new planet, what do you think? Don't you think you got everybody? I guess. This is how dumb Brainiac is. When he fights the squad, he reverts out of his, I guess, his in a way God form, and puts him into a form where he says it's more vulnerable, but he has the powers of, I think, the Flash and the other Justice League members. So I'm like, why would you do that? You have the power to freeze them where they're at, and you can just kill them. But instead, you want to go onto their level to beat them. That's like, what? I read comic books, right? And I know that sometimes you have to suspend your disbelief of things making sense. But holy shit, this takes it to a whole new level. Like, everybody's decision here is just so stupid. Like, they have to revolve around the squad's plot armor. And they have the characters make dumb decisions that wouldn't really align or make sense in the context that you put the story in. Jesus! The squad eventually beats him. They put him in this little bubble thing where they shrink him and put him in a little glass case where Toyman invented for them. And they take him back to a Waller. He dies in that bubble thing, in that glass thing, by suffocating. Okay. They take him out. He wakes back up. Waller stabs him in the head. That's it. By some magic techno knife that Lex Luthor made. Okay, and that's the end of Brainiac.
What?
You established this Brainiac took over the entire multiverse, but he can't take care of these four? You're fucking clowns. You're... This is actually what you guys are. Clowns. You puffed him up to be this big dude to take over the multiverse, but he can't handle these four? Get the fuck out of here. He beat the shit out the fucking Justice League, mind controlled them and everything, but he can't take care of these four? Get the fuck out of here, man. None of this shit makes sense. Like, if you were gonna do this game, at least do it right. At least do it where we play the Justice League fighting Brainiac. Come on now, man. Like, are you serious? How do you enjoy this? How can someone really enjoy this without either being an idiot or being a cuck, a meat rider? That's the only way you can enjoy this. Because there's nobody that's sensible, nobody with an IQ above room temperature that's gonna look at this and say, yup, this is a good story.
What?
Now that we're done with the story and the characters, I'm gonna move on to the gameplay. This one's gonna be obviously short because I believe the gameplay is completely boring. Completely boring, completely trash. Watching the gameplay, there's nothing unique about each character. Sure, they have little gimmicks and little tricks, but the core gameplay is shooting. That's the meat and potatoes of the gameplay. Just the shooting mechanic. That's it. So essentially, it's just like changing different skin. Changing to different skins that have different abilities. You remember in Spider-Man PS4, when you changed your costume, that costume had an ability with that costume, right? If you chose Scarlet Spider-Man, he had an ability where he can make clones of himself, okay? If you chose the Iron Spider suit, he has the ability to have the Iron Spider legs. There's a suit that gives more damage. There's a suit that's much faster. There's a suit that does a bunch of webs. There's a suit that gives a spider drone. Essentially, it's like that. I'm just choosing different. I'm the King Shark skin where he can jump high and smash things. I'm doing the Harley Quinn skin where she hits people with a baseball bat. Essentially, that's it. And the core gameplay is just you shooting all day. Nothing unique. Nothing expressive with the squad themselves. It's just that simple. The HUD, completely terrible. So much shit on the screen, and it doesn't matter if you can take it off or not. Why would you even have that in the first place? That's stupid. That's dumb. Doesn't make any sense. There's nothing fun about this. They want to say this is all new, this is original, blah, blah, blah. Hello, hello? Do you not know what other games are out? Jesus Christ, look, you're just copying Fortnite, but doing it 10 times, 100 times worse. Come on now, bro. There's none to be excited about the gameplay. And actually, it's a testament of what the gaming industry is today. The fact that we have this, and this is considered fun. This is considered good. Wow. We have really fallen in the gaming community, in the gaming industry, pretty hard. Pretty hard. And it's crazy. When you have games like Power World and games like Baldur's Gate 3 that are essentially shitting on these AAA games, you guys gotta get your shit together. You really do. You really do. You really do. So the gameplay overall is just boring. Boring, trash. And I knew it from the beginning. And I know some people were gonna be like, well, you didn't play it, so why are you saying it's trash? Look, that's like saying a waiter spits in your food, puts the food in front of you, and says, bon appetit. And you're going, oh, I don't want to eat that. That's disgusting. It looks gross. And someone across is saying, well, how do you know it's gross? You never even ate it. It's like, but I can see that he spit in it. So I don't need to eat it to know it's bad, to know it's going to be disgusting. How do you know? You don't know that. What? Come on now, man. Come on now. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Where's he at? Say it, buddy.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So overall, the gameplay, trash. Ooh, this is the big one. Here we go. Batman. Yep. Batman. Let me start off by saying, rest in peace, Kevin Conroy, and rest in peace, Arling Sorkin. I hope I said her name right. Okay? Let me start off by saying that Arkham Batman is one of the most beloved Batmans of any Batman media. I would say second I would say maybe second to Michael Keaton's Batman. But he is one of the most beloved Batman in almost all across the media. This is a Batman that we've grown up with since 2009. 2009. We've seen his journey from Arkham Asylum, from Arkham City to hell, even Arkham Origin, even though it's like it's canon, but then it's not at the same time. To finally Arkham Knight, to seeing his heroic end, to now seeing him in this game. You guys should be completely ashamed of yourselves. You guys should be completely ashamed of yourselves to what you did to the Arkham Batman. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, you guys are only hating on this because of Kevin Conroy's passing. That honestly has nothing to do with it. If Kevin was still alive, this would still be the most disrespectful and terrible way Arkham Batman went out. The most disingenuous way they treated Batman in this game. Like he was a joke. It just so happens to be that Kevin is now gone, which makes it hurt and sting that much more. Now, I don't know if this may be his last outing as Batman, period. There are rumors saying that he's going to show up in other forms of media, but again, those are just rumors. There's nothing really confirmed. I haven't seen anything confirmed that he lent his voice in other things. So far as I know, this is his last performance. It just stings that much more that the fact that Kevin Conroy's last outing is with this Batman. Now, I know a lot of people want to make excuses like, well, he signed on. What did you guys expect? Blah, blah. That's not the point. He may have signed on to this. Like, at the end of the day, he needed money, right? He still needed to pay his bills. He still needed to, pay his house. He still needed to live. He still needed to pay stuff. Obviously, he's going to take that role. So people saying, well, he took the role, that's such a disrespect to him, because you're saying, well, that's on him. That's essentially what you're saying. Well, that's on him that his character ended up like that. He's the one who took it. What? That's disrespectful in and itself with that comment. That's such an ignorant comment to say. Well, he signed on to this. Excuse me? This is how you know you never played those games. Usually people who are commenting on the whole Batman debacle have never played those fucking games. And they're just a bunch of fucking 16, 17, 18-year-olds that act like they know what the fuck they're talking about when they never grew up with this character. Like, I don't know what Rocksteady and Warner Brothers was thinking. The fact that we were going to be okay with this. Did you not think people were going to get pissed off? Did you not think everybody was going to go in an uproar about what you did to the most beloved character they grew up on? That people idolize? Are you guys that fucking clueless? Seriously, are they that clueless? Arkham Batman in this game comes off very incompetent. The whole audio tapes of them going to Brainiac's ship and offering him diplomacy or whatever, he went in without a plan. He went in without a contingency plan or anything like that. That's not what Arkham Batman does. That's not. He's planning ahead anything and everything no matter what. So the fact that you had him do that is completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. There is even an audio log where he's spewing lines, where they were spewing lines for the Hall of Justice, and honestly, it kind of sounded like something the boys would do. I think that's where I'm going with this. The Justice League feel like a parody. They feel like something the boys would do, would make fun of. Them boasting about, this is our Hall of Justice and blah. To the point where Batman was reciting a line and he goes, yeah, I am Batman, whatever. And he goes, line please. That's the type of shit we see in the boys. Even when they explain how he met or joined up with the Justice League doesn't even make any sense. Because he went from isolating himself from anybody and anything to only focus on being Batman to now going from, okay, well, Superman showed up. Now I want to go back into the limelight and say how you doing. So then the Justice League then recruit him into joining in. What type of recruitment is that? What? Not only do you have the most bare bones, laziest explanation where he just up one day and decided to get back into the limelight, but you then break your continuity with saying that Superman and the rest of the league didn't exist until after Arkham Knight, which we can clearly see in Arkham Knight. They mention the Flash and there's mention of Superman, where one of the militia guards say, man, thank God I'd rather be in Gotham than Central City, because at least I could see Batman coming, which implies that there's the Flash. So you break your own continuity with the Arkham franchise. Do you not know what the whole point of Batman doing the Nightfall Protocol was? The whole point of him doing that was to isolate himself and only focus on Batman and creating a new legend, a new myth, where he uses the fear toxin so he can scare criminals and protect Gotham. Why would he then decide to join a team of a bunch of super people? He just told his family, Nightwing, Robin, Beck, Barbara, I think Alfred, but I think Alfred will be with him after Nightfall Protocol, where he said goodbye to his family and only focused on his work, on his war on crime. It's like he always says, the war never stops. To then going and being in like the Hall of Justice and press conferences and just being out there in the world. That then negates everything happening in Arkham Knight. Like, are you serious? Another reason why I find Batman to be incompetent, because his whole goal, right? Well, all the Justice League members' goal is to kill them, right? So when the squad first meets Batman, he takes them all out, right? And something called the Batman Experience. He takes them all out. Now, I will give credit where credit is due. That moment where the squad is hiding and wondering what Batman is, that was a cool moment, simply because it made you feel in the shoes of the criminals that we will hunt in the Arkham franchise. We're their perspective, where Batman's hiding in the crates, gargoyles, we're hiding from stuff like that. But the problem with that scene is Batman's whole goal is to kill them, and you can't say it's not, because after he takes down Harley Quinn, he then picks up a gun and ready to shoot her. So if he's ready to shoot her after he took her down, why didn't he just jump up and break her neck? What are you gonna say? The entire league is underestimating him? That doesn't make any sense, because if you underestimate someone, that means you don't believe that they're a threat. If you don't believe they're a threat, you just be like, whatever. But they're killing innocent people to the point where Arkham Batman, first time we see him is he's stabbed. He swoops up a guard. It looks like he's breaking his neck or something. Throws him on the ground. Stabs another guard, and they fall on the ground with the Arkham fucking Batarang. That's crazy. In fact, we've seen Arkham Batarang kill somebody. Wow. And that's it. But these guys weren't threats. So these two guards weren't a threat. So why would you then kill them but not kill the squad? Doesn't make any sense. You see what I mean with the writing? Doesn't make any sense. The squad themselves don't even take Batman serious. I know they say, well, it's freaking Batman. It's Batman. We gotta watch out for Batman. They don't take him serious. Then when you get to his big boss fight, he uses the fear toxin, which again wouldn't make any sense, because why would he still keep the fear toxin if he's not really trying to create that new myth anymore. He's back to just being Batman. So there will be no reason for you to keep the damn fear toxin. But nevertheless, he goes in. You have to then, I don't know what you do, like take the chamber, just do something with the fear toxin, or you have to drain it or something. And even gameplay wise, that is stupid, because all you're doing is walking to one place to another and just doing one thing. That's it. And they try to make it like a scary thing, but it's really not. After they drain all the fear toxin or whatever they did, they then see Demon Batman, which, you know, that's what's crazy to me. You guys brought back Demon Batman, but you guys just had him get shot. And in a gameplay perspective, all you did was shoot him down. Blah, 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 blah. No crazy, you know, fight. No, nothing extravagant, nothing. None of that. Just shoot the big monster. And find out the big monster you're shooting is regular Batman. Harley Quinn carries him. They try to do like a homage to the time that Batman carried Harley, and we got to see her ass. Now she's doing the same thing to Batman, which I don't know how he's lifting his ass. He's probably over 200 pounds. But okay. Then they bring him to Lex Luthor. They figure out how, I guess Batman's blood or something was the reason they created gold kryptonite, which I don't know how that works. Science shit, blah blah blah. After that, they like, okay, we have to lure Superman out. What's the best way to do that? You bring Batman out and we execute him there. So now they're heading to the infamous bench. And everybody's seen this scene, and I understand nobody's happy with this. At least nobody who actually gave a fuck about the Arkham series Batman. Nobody's happy about this.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
There are plenty of videos, plenty of fucking morons out there that can make excuses that say, oh, well, he had to die, or why are you guys so upset? I don't understand. Did you guys not know he was gonna die? It's called Kill the Justice League. But making every excuse in the book, but no matter what fucking way you spin it, it's still the most degrading and disrespectful way to take out a beloved character that people have grown up with. Even the dialogue before he dies is completely like, what? Harley makes this spew about, oh, well, even when you're evil, you're still good. Essentially she's telling him he ain't shit. He was never shit. He ain't shit. And then pops him. Boom, that's it. Our Arkham Batman is gone forever. If this was an Elseworld story where nobody gave a shit, where it was just a random story and it's not set in the Arkhamverse, this would be somewhat tolerable because, you know, you still have the trash ass gameplay. But this would be somewhat tolerable. But it's not. You destroy years and years of us loving this character. People waited 9 years for this. 9 years to see their beloved hero just get executed, just die. And like I said, it has nothing to do with Kevin's death. It has nothing to do with it. It just so happens the fact that he's gone makes it that much worse. And that's it. That's basically it. That's what I have to say about that. It's completely just disrespectful, just completely degrading. Like, whoever decided that was a good idea, I honestly hope you get fired and never get a job again. I really do. I wish the worst for you. I really do. I really do. You guys just shitted on your own legacy. Destroyed the legacy that was built before you. Congratulations. You played yourself. Speaking of Rocksteady, I wanted to bring up a point where I wanted to say, like, I don't know what they were thinking. Because at the end of the day, who is this game really for? Who? It can't be for the Arkham community. It can't be for the people who grew up with these games. Because those people growing up with those games, you've already established to them that you do AAA action adventure games. So it can't be for them. Cause you just shit on their most beloved, the main character, the beloved character, Batman. So it can't be for them. You can't just expect them to go from that and then all of a sudden do a looter shooter. What? Even gameplay wise doesn't make any sense. Who is this really for? You know? Who? The people who do looter shooters? I'm sure that community can find a way better one than this one. A way better looter shooter than this game. So, who are you really marketing to? Who? Like, you guys were so fucking clueless. You guys were so caught up in trying to catch the Fortnite bag with this live service shit. You guys lost your perspective of actually what you're doing to this series. What you're doing to this game. Everybody wants to have the fucking Fortnite bag. Everybody wants what Fortnite got. But the difference between Fortnite is they actually innovate. They actually push the envelope of their games. Of their game. You know? If you download Fortnite right now, you'll have basically a free Lego game, a free racing game, a free Guitar Hero game, tons of mods, battle royale. You have a plethora of things to do. So you're not gonna get that level of success. So stop trying to chase that level of success. And that doesn't just go for Rocksteady. That goes for Warner Brothers. That goes for any other fucking gaming studio that decides to go with live service. Because I don't know if anybody noticed, but did you not see how Marvel's Avengers, Anthem, Redfall, did you not see how those games didn't work out? You're not gonna be like GTA 5. You're not gonna be like Fortnite. You're not gonna be like, hell, even fucking Call of Duty. You're not gonna be like them. Even though Call of Duty is like fucking garbage right now. You're not gonna be like them, so stop it. Just stop. Focus on what you were good at. You were good at like fantastic storytelling and fantastic gameplay, where you guys were the pioneers of the combat system. When Arkham Asylum first came out, they were the pioneers of that system. And now we're here to this? Come on now. You got they used to innovate so much to the point where each installment got better and better, gameplay wise and story wise. Let's have Arkham Knight. It was kind of iffy, but we still love it. So I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck was in their head where they thought this was a good idea. I really don't. From the narrative, from the gameplay, from everything. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. I really don't. I don't. You know, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're even bringing back the Joker. This is how much you're shitting on your franchise even more. You're bringing back the Joker. Sure, it may be an Elseworlds Joker, but we did the Joker for 4 games. We did the Joker, and you guys still bringing it back. And you're bringing it back to this fucking cornball ass cosplay wearing fucking Joker. Looks like he's at a fucking garage convention using a damn Party City cosplay.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
Just ridiculous. I don't know what they're doing. Like, Rocksteady, my message to you is you should be ashamed of what you did. You should honestly be ashamed of what you've done. So that's gonna be it for today, everybody. If at any moment you agreed with me or disagreed with me, let me know in the comments below. Am I tripping? Which I believe I am seeing not. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Has Rocksteady really destroyed the series? Have you actually bought this game? If you did, do you love it? And if you do love it, explain to me why. I genuinely want to know. I want to know. Why? Not just because you think it's fun. Give me explicit details of why you think this is fun. But I guess at any moment during the video, you either laugh, chuckle, or hit me with one of these. This man is honestly onto something. Or, you know, he's out of line, but he's right. Or, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. Please be sure to give me a like, comment, and, of course, subscribe. And like I always say, until next time,
I love you. Bye bye.